Hey guys, this is Zayda Maguire with eXp Realty. Thanks for joining. I'm going to give you a market update snapshot for the Portland Metro real estate market for December 2022. Let's jump in. Average sale price this month in Portland Metro was $571,100. That's increased 7.4% from last year at this time. Median rent is just under $2,500, and we're at 2.6 months of inventory. That has increased from 2.4 months in October. Closed sales is decreased slightly over the last 2 quarters of 2022. We are on track much closer to 2018 and 2019 levels of closed sales for this time of year. Total active listings, we have increased in our inventory over the second half of 2022. That is kind of fluctuating a little bit, but we are also seeing a decrease in the number of new listings. So there's a seasonal trend there, kind of a bell curve. More new listings generally happen in the spring, summer, and early fall, and that kind of tapers off seasonally over the winter time, which is what we're seeing now. The number of new listings is decreased from the last 2 years, which is what we expect given this market. And our interest rates are hovering around 7% for mortgage interest right now. That is keeping a lot of buyers on the sidelines. There are still a lot of buyers transacting, a lot of motivated active buyers out there that I'm working with, as well as sellers, but it is cooler than we have seen over the last couple of years. With those slightly higher interest rates and the decreased number of new listings, we have a greater market time. So median days on market is 64 right now. That has been increasing over the last 6 months. And our market action index, which measures rate of sale versus inventory, is pretty plateaued right now. We're at 41, which is the same as last month. So with the increased interest rates and slightly fewer buyers and fewer new listings, we still have more inventory on the market because it's taking longer for homes to sell. But it's keeping us in the seller zone with that, with a lower number of new active listings. So we are still a seller's market. A neutral market would be about 6 months of inventory, and we're about 2.6 months of inventory. As you can see, inventory fluctuates over time and has been historically low the last 2 years, and we are closer to 2019 levels of inventory for the 90-day average, much closer to that than we've been over the last 2 years. We have had massive appreciation over the last 2 years in the Portland Metro. Over the last 3 months, price per square foot of sold properties has decreased slightly. So we have lost a little bit of that large amount of appreciation that we saw over the last 2 years. If we zoom out and we look back, huge appreciation since 2019, and then we've lost a little bit. Again, we're up 7.4% in appreciation over a 12-month period in the Portland Metro. Just to dispel a little bit of misinformation about foreclosures, yes, foreclosures are increasing right now as we are in this recession. But we had, if you can look at 2020 and 2021, we had a pause on the majority of foreclosures. So there are many moratoriums on foreclosures over the last 2 years, which have largely expired. So we have seen an increase in the number of foreclosures, but if we zoom out and look, it is a small amount relative to what we typically expect and see in our market annually. And over the last almost 2 decades, we're still near record lows for the number of foreclosures that we have seen, and we're nowhere near the 2 million foreclosures that we saw over in 2009. So that's a good snapshot for you. So we're still in the seller's market. It is a cool seller's market. Some of that is seasonal. Some of that is due to the economy and interest rates. And we will likely see things heat up a little bit in the spring. It is very unlikely to be similar to 2020 and 2021. But a lot of that will depend on the economy and interest rates. If mortgage interest rates drop in the spring or anytime soon, that will really fuel our market, and it will heat up pretty rapidly, even instantaneously, depending on the drop. But if we stay a little bit higher, that'll keep our market largely kind of cooler over the next year. Still anticipating positive appreciation numbers, but we're going to have to see how that plays out. If you have questions about what a move would look like for you in 2023, you want to strategize, put together a plan, ask questions, I am here to help and I would love to meet with you. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you next month.